More than 3 million people just in the US alone are living with chronic fatigue syndrome. Besides those people, so many more are living with those symptoms with chronic fatigue but are not being diagnosed. Chronic fatigue syndrome is not something you need to live with your whole life, and there are many ways to avoid it before it's showing up. And I'm going in this video to show you early signs so you know whether or not you're starting to develop it, so you know how to stop it. Also, let me say this. Those of you who already got diagnosed, those of you who are living with it for 5, for 10, 15, 20 years, it doesn't matter. Your body is capable of healing. I've helped so many people say goodbye to chronic fatigue and have more energy in their body day to day than they had even before the syndrome or the symptom showed up. It's time to trust your body and give it what it needs so that it can be healthy again, because it can. So I want to talk about the early signs, because the truth is that our body is always bringing us, showing us signs that something is not okay. But it became almost normal these days that people say, oh, I can feel that I'm in my 30s. My body is kind of achy. I'm not as clear. I don't have as much energy. Wow, the 30s are not so easy. I heard it before. Like what? That's not normal. You shouldn't feel like that. Not just in your 30s, but also in your 40s. And I know many people in their 50s that are not even feeling that. But society normalizes certain things that make us accept that it's okay to not feel well. That makes us accept not living life to the fullest. Why? Because many people suffer. For some of you, that might be enough. But for me, it's not, and I know that for most of you who are actually watching this video, the fact that other people are not living life to the fullest is not a good enough reason for you to not live feeling amazing in your body. So I'm going to share with you 4 early signs, and I want you to start noticing, is any of those real for me? Because if yes, it's your body asking for attention. It's your body asking you to look at it and make changes. And the changes don't only need to be in the body. There are also changes generally in our life that end up affecting our body. So number 1, sleep issues. You might say, oh, obviously if I don't sleep well, then I'm going to be more tired. It's not exactly working that way. The sleep issues can be related to thoughts, anxiousness, being worried all the time, times of stress. There can be a lot of things that actually happen in the mind that impact the body. So how do those sleep issues show up? For some of you, it might be having a hard time falling asleep at night. Even though you're tired, your body understands it's time to sleep. You know you're already in bed, you're relaxing, but you cannot fall asleep. For some of you, you can fall asleep easily, but then you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't keep sleeping all the way through. And the third one is sleeping through the night, giving yourself enough 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, but you wake up in the morning feeling not rested. And then maybe still throughout the day, you feel like you need some naps, or you need some energy drinks or coffee or anything that helps you kind of feel like, okay, I can make it happen, I can survive this. Most people that end up with chronic fatigue syndrome for years sometimes had one of those or all of those 3 showing up in their life. So that's definitely, know that it's definitely your body asking you for attention. It's showing you something is not okay. The second early sign of chronic fatigue syndrome is brain fog, cognitive issues, the lack of ability to focus like you used to. And no, do not tell me it's normal. Not in your 30s, not in the 40s, and really it shouldn't be in your 50s either. So even that can show up in different ways. It can be, again, the lack of ability to focus for long periods of time like you used to. Maybe you notice that your mind is racing and it's hard to quiet it down and focus on one specific project. Maybe you're taking a course. Maybe you're listening to a workshop or something and you're noticing that your focus only lasts for short periods of time. Maybe it's a little bit more drastic. You walk into a room and you're like, oh, why did I come here? What did I want? All of these are signs, and usually it comes with chronic fatigue for those who get it. The third early sign I want to share with you is an achy body. Pain, muscle pain, joint pain. If you look at an area that hurts, there's no swelling, there's no sign, you didn't hate yourself, why is it hurting? That is very common. That is very common among people that are living with this symptom. And it's something, again, to listen to tune into, and to understand your body is asking you, it's showing you through symptoms that something is not okay and it needs your attention. The fourth early sign is digestive issues. If you're bloated, if you're constipated, sometimes diarrhea is showing up with that. That is definitely something to look at. That is often related to a nervous system that's not working properly. You're eating your food, hopefully really healthy food, and it gets into your body and your body is not digesting it properly because it has certain issues. That is definitely an early sign and usually shows up with it. And think about it, it makes sense. If you're fatigued, your body has an issue with energy production. Your focus directly impacts your energy. What you eat directly impacts your energy. And all of it is connected and related. I hope you tune into the early signs, because if you don't, we already know everything grows. Your body is inviting you to look into what is happening right now so that this condition doesn't become your reality. But the question is what you want to do about it right now. And very important, most of those symptoms that I shared and chronic fatigue syndrome show up with chronic inflammation in the body. So if you're one of the people that want to heal right now, whether you got a diagnosis or not, watch my video about how to reduce chronic inflammation in the body. I'm sharing so many different ways to reduce it, and you'll notice once you're focusing on reducing inflammation, very fast change and reduction of symptoms is going to show up. Click it right now and go watch it.